from the TSSA and from Islington Hands Off Our Public Services, who's going to introduce the day. So, Andy.
Yeah, thanks Elaine. Yeah, my job is just the next 2 or 3 minutes just to introduce this, set the scene. We've got a good lineup of speakers and Elaine will be doing the introductions there. This People's Assembly movement is growing. We've had at least 75 events over the country, and that's events in themselves. We also, out of those events, are developing organisations, People's Assembly organisations. Hopefully we'll have one for North London after this, but also, and I'm going to say a little bit more about this, develop a People's Assembly type organisation in each borough. Now IHOOPS, Islington Hands Off Our Public Services, which I'm the chair of, was one of the organisations behind this event, and I'm just going to say a few things about IHOOPS that I think are important elements really in building a People's Assembly. Other boroughs will have similar, others have got to get there yet and may need some assistance. So IHOOPS, we're rooted in the local trades council. That's where we started, and that's really important, I think, that the anti-cuts movement is aligned with the local trade unions. We're built from campaigning that was already taking place, particularly coming out of the Whittington Hospital campaign, which has been successful so far with a couple of amazing victories. We try to link these different campaigns, more than just the Whittington, other campaigns, and where we can coordinate and support them. We're opposed to all the different cuts, whether it's in the council services, fire brigade, universities, schools, benefit cuts, NHS, so we're involved in all of these. We also have an understanding that to build a movement, we need to do more than just resist. We've got to pose alternatives. Alternatives, for example, like those included in the People's Charter, and hopefully there's some leaflets at the back about those demands. We're also in IHOOPS an inclusive type of organisation. We've got a wide political range from the SWP, Counter Fire, Communist Party, Greens, the Labour Party, generally on the left of the Labour Party, but we are reaching much further into the Labour Party. And this is the point I want to make now, is that if we're going to win this struggle, we have to be much wider than just the left. We have to be a mass popular movement. In political terms, that means reaching right into the Social Democrats of the Labour Party and much further afield. But obviously, we have to be rooted in, as a mass movement, in the whole of the population really that is not rich and powerful, and the potential is there. Part of doing that, we have to speak a language that doesn't assume that everybody in the room is a socialist, while not condemning them for not being. So hopefully that language will be language that we use today. Now, the People's Assembly event on the 22nd of June was historic, and I'm hoping that this one today will be for North London. We'd like to see, coming out of this, building People's Assembly type organisations in each of the boroughs, as I said a minute ago. And hopefully that will be the discussion of many of the workshops during the course of the day. One of the other outcomes I think that has to come from today is the next main activity that the People's Assembly nationally has organised is a day of civil disobedience, appropriately on the 5th of November. There's a lot of events already planned for that, including the blocking of Westminster Bridge, and I'm sure that some of the details of other events will be discussed today. And what we should be doing is try and come up with other ideas and other things that we can do, so that it really does become a massive day of civil disobedience in lots of different issues, in lots of different places. So I'd like to welcome you to visit the stalls at the back, to get involved in the discussions, to build a movement, particularly across every corner of North London, and have a really good day on the 5th of November. Thank you.